When multiplying complex numbers, you are going to be using the distributive property. This method is essentially the same as when you are multiplying polynomials together. The only fact you need to be extremely aware of is the fact that I squared equals -1, because you're going to be using this fact. So if you don't know this, you're going to get the answer wrong. So we're going to multiply each expression. So 6i times 2 minus 4i. So I'm just going to take 6i and distribute it in. And so I'm going to treat I kind of like a variable. So 6 times 2 is 12. And since it's I here, it's just going to be an I. Minus 6 times 4, which is 24. And then I times I is I squared. And like I said before, I squared is equal to -1, so we need to use that fact. So 12i minus 24 times -1. And that's going to give me a positive 24. And don't forget that when you have complex numbers, it has to be always and forever in this form of a plus bi. Now, it's not. But all I gotta do is just switch the order. So I can say this is 24 plus 12i, and I have my answer. Just make sure, if you have an I squared, change it to -1, and if it's not in the correct order of a plus bi, put it in the right order. Next, I have 1/3 I times 12 plus 15i. So I'm just going to distribute the 1/3 I across. So I'm going to get 1/3 I times 12 is going to give me 4i. And then 1/3 I times 15i is going to give me positive 5i squared. And we have not forgotten that I squared is just -1. So just change it as such. And then simplify it, 4i minus 5, and because I don't like it being in this form, mostly because I can't have it in this form, just switch the order, -5 plus 4i, and there you go, you got your answer. Next we have 2 plus I times 4 plus 3i, so we're just going to FOIL or distribute it. So 2 times 4 is going to give me 8. 2 times 3i, and give me 6i. I times 4 is just going to give me 4i. And then I times 3i is going to give me 3i squared. And now, combine like terms. 8 is 8, but 6i and 4i is going to give me 10i. And again, we remember that I squared is just -1, in which when we simplify it down, 8 plus 10i minus 3. And then I can just combine the 8 and the -3 to give me 5 plus 10i. And since it's already in the right form, I got nothing else to do but underline it, saying that's the answer. Last, 2 plus 8i times -3 minus I. I'm going to do the exact same thing we did before in the previous one, just distribute it out. So 2 times -3, -6. 2 times -i, -2i. 8 times -8i times -3, -24i. And then finally, we're going to do 8i and -i, which is going to be -8i squared. Now, combine and simplify. -6 is just itself. -2 and -24 is -26i. And then I squared again, we have not forgotten, is just -1. And when we simplify that down, we just get a positive 8. And we just add the 8 and the -6, and we're going to get 2 minus 26i. And here is our answer for this expression.